You know, back in the day, there used to be a cartoon called Cat Dog. A cartoon with the two animals stuck together. On one side there was a cat, on the other side there was a dog. It makes me wonder, what do you like? What do you like more, a cat or a dog? I usually like cats more. They're more friendly. I like dogs too, but I've had a few bad memories of dogs. I mean, you know, the dog is still a man's best friend, but they're more likely to run away if you let them out and let them loose. They run away, they might never come back because they're like Little Red Riding Hood and they start following the roses when they go outside. And you know, I mean, do you like dogs? I mean, I do. I mean, a little, but I'm also like scared of them. Like because of like some haunting memories of when I was younger. Not really haunted. I'm not really scared of them, but I'm just saying like in comparison with the cats, I'm more scared of them. Not to say that I'm actually scared of them. But I wanted to tell you first of all, like when I was about 7 years old, in the year 1992 in America, I remember one time I was coming home from church. You know, oh dear Lord, hallelujah, praise the Lord. You know, the community Baptist church that I would go to on Sunday to worship Jesus Christ. You know, and I was coming home. It was like Sunday afternoon, maybe about 12 or something. The sun was out. I was walking about a mile home by myself, and I was taking a shortcut. I was walking through the field, but near the field is a house. It's almost like a farmhouse, but we live in a small city of about 20,000 people or so, Forest Grove, Oregon, in the United States. And like, you know, I'm just minding my own business. I'm by myself. Nobody is by me. You know, I'm 7 years old, but people trust me. My parents trust me. I can walk home by myself. And then there was a dog. And then the dog comes, and the dog starts to run at me, and he starts barking, and he runs around me. You know, I see him from like a few blocks away, running through the field, coming for the house. I think it's because his owner was walking him, and the dog was supposed to stay with the owner, but the dog decided to have a mind of his own, and the dog started coming at me, and the dog just like ran towards me, was barking, maybe ran around me, was just trying to warn me not to come and hurt the owner, do something bad like that. I don't know exactly what the dog wanted, but the dog was barking. I was scared because I was only 7 years old, and that was like the first time I had like a bad experience. Even though I also have a lot of good memories, like in my own house, you know, we had at least one dog, maybe another dog too, that was like maybe gray. Yeah, there was one dog was like gray or something, and he was like very hairy and furry, and like one time I remember he woke me up in the morning, and I may have been like 5 years old, and my older sister was going to school, and he's like barking around, you know, barking around and running around and barking and having a good time, and you want to play with him, and I like to play with things and play with myself and play with animals and dogs, but you know that's okay. But maybe my father is yelling, you know, at the dog, and sometimes, you know, people, we like to talk to dogs, but maybe they can't understand because they're not people. You know, people are animals, but animals are not people. Not exactly, not totally. You know, so they can't really understand you. So I mean, if you're like drunk, it's okay if you talk to them, but it's like, why are you gonna talk to them? They can't really understand. But you know, people talk to their animals, and I remember the dog, and the dog was really nice. And then we had another dog. The dog was black, and maybe the dog was named Blackie. And I like that dog. And maybe like a few times that dog accidentally ran away or something, or just wanted to, you know, go after some cats or something. Maybe the dog would come back later, and we had to run around the neighborhood, the trailer park, the Rose Grove mobile home, the ghetto, like a poor neighborhood with trailer parks, you know, manufactured homes, you know, not big houses, because everybody in America are not really filthy rich. We don't always have a lot of money, and we were in, you know, our neighborhood, and looking for the dog named Blackie, and I may have been like 5 or 6 years old. It may have been after the other dog that I was talking about, that's gray, and we're looking for him, and we find the dog, and then later it's like we tie the dog up in the backyard, and later we go to try to find the dog, and the dog is like missing, and so we're thinking, oh no, after all I've done for you, oh, you run away. Or maybe some dog catchers came and took the dog to a pound to sell the dog, or put the dog to sleep. You know, put the dog to sleep, like kill the dog. And oh, that'd be really, really sad. So we've never seen that dog before. Again, we never seen the dog again, and it was really, really sad. But anyways, back to my story. I'm trying to tell you why I tend to hate dogs, why dogs are not my favorite kind of animal, why I like cats more. I mean, even though I still like dogs, but it's like when I was 7 years old, I was walking down the field and the dog came and it was barking at me. But then, now I want to tell you another story. And it's about a year later, and I was about 8 years old in 1993, I think, and I'm in front of my house, and I'm in the street, and I'm fighting like a Power Ranger, because that's when I first started watching the show, and that was when the Power Rangers came to America. Before that, this TV show, this kids show, was like in Japan, and it came to America, and I started watching it, and I started liking it. You know, if you don't already know about the show, it's a show about fighting, like with ninjas, and they're like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, except they're not turtles, they're kids, so it's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja kids, people, teenagers, and they're fighting, and they fight against aliens, you know, crazy things like that, and they have to always save the day because they're superheroes, like Superman and Batman, and it's really, really exciting, and I was really, really into it for many, many years, and I still think about it to this day, and one of my favorites now is Tommy, the Green Ranger, who became the White Ranger, the Red Ranger, and most other people. And you know, I'm just talking about a show, and then they do fighting. And my favorite at the time was Billy, the Blue Ranger. And so I'm 8 years old, and I'm fighting in the street in front of my house. But then a couple of houses away, there's a dog on the other side of the fence. So it's okay. I'm safe. I remember earlier I was walking home and I saw the dog, and sometimes I would see the dog, and the dog was kind of small but kind of loud when it barks and starts to scream and yell at people and say, hey, I'm alive, I'm the dog. Roof, roof, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a cat, I'm Roof, you know. I'm an animal, I'm naked, oh no, I have fur, I have hair on my body, all over, I'm like a caveman. Oh no, what am I going to do? And it's very, very intense. Hey, brother, yeah, I'm a dog, man. Oh, man, and I think I'm totally safe, you know. I'm 8 years old, and I'm fighting. I'm a ninja. I'm the real thing. But the dog is on the other side of the fence, and down the street, like a block away, a few houses away. And so I'm totally safe. So I'm fighting, and I'm pretending that I'm fighting the dog, and I'm gonna kill the dog, because, oh man, I'm so scared of dogs. The dogs might hurt me. So I'm gonna be the hero and save the world from the horrible dogs, even though, you know, I tend to like dogs sometimes. And then the dog hopped over the fence somehow, and I don't know how the dog did it. But the dog did it, man. The dog did it. I don't know. But like the dog just jumped over the fence, and the dog ran at me. And I was wearing some pants. I was wearing some blue jeans, and you know, blue jeans. You know, the trousers, the pants are thick. You know. But the dog came at me and bit me in the knee, in one of my knees, and the bite went through the jeans, and it pierced my skin a little, because, you know, it's a bite from a dog, from a nasty dog. It's not like a big, you know, black dog or something really, really like horrible, like a dog that can like eat you, kill you, hurt you severely. It was just a small bite. but it still hurt at the time. I was 8 years old, and I was born in 1985, and so I was 8 years old in 1993 in America, and I was a little scared, and I was just like, oh man, I don't like this. I was, you know, no, I wasn't really like very sad, but it kind of like hurt my feelings. Like first of all, like, can I ever trust a dog again? You know, can I ever be a friend with a dog because the dog is just gonna stab me in the back and bite me in the knee and run away laughing? Like, I don't know. I kind of lost my faith in these canine, you know, wolves, into these dogs, and I don't know how I feel about it. And like I said before, I'm not exactly scared of them, but in comparison, I am more scared of them than maybe cats, and cats are more reliable, more consistent. You know, you can play with cats, and cats can scratch you up, but you can understand them pretty good. I mean, you can probably play with dogs, except when some dogs lose their mind and they go crazy, and sometimes they kill babies, or they hurt people. They might bite you hard. They might bite you too hard, and so sometimes dogs will lose it, and then you have to put them to sleep and kill them or something. And that's the scary thing about dogs, is that dogs tend to be more unreliable than cats, and so I tend to like cats more because they, you know, they purr, and then you go and you pet the cats, the kittens. Kittens are baby cats, and they will go. They're like more like girls. Dogs are more like guys, and cats are more like girls. And I like to hang out with girls more because I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I don't want to be gay. And, I think dogs are more nicer. So this story is about when I was 8 years old and I was fighting and the dog hopped over the fence and bit me. And I just wanted to tell you about that. Just a quick memory of my life. But then I decided to talk about a few other things, a few other stories about 2 dogs that we had. And another time when I was 7, when I saw a dog going at me, and the dog didn't bite me, but it was scary. And there may be other stories, but I can't think of them at the moment, about times when I was really scared of the dog, or when a dog hurt me or something. But then again, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever been bit before. That I may have only been bitten by a dog one time. And but then, you know, I got a lot of stories of like playing with a dog, hanging out with a dog, seeing a funny looking dog. But then, you know, when you go onto the internet, when you go to YouTube, you tend to see more videos about cats playing chopsticks with the chopsticks. I just saw their reference of the video on the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie that they made in 2014. It was released in the movie theater in the cinema in August 2014. I saw it on the internet because somebody put it on the internet. They record it in the cinema. They put it on the internet. I like to just save money. I don't want to go to the cinema. I want to save money. I'll see it on the internet. I see the turtles. I'm not exactly sure if I like the turtles in their new form. But then again, it's okay because it's a different take on the Rangers. I mean, on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I remember watching the cartoons and the movies from the 1990s. They made 3 movies, and I remember seeing them, and they were a big thing. And this was before the Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers, boom, 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 go, go, Power Rangers, you know. Before the Power Rangers, those ninja teenagers were the turtle teenagers who were ninjas, and they're the world's most greenest vitamin C's. They're really rad, ain't it? Bum 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 bum. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles in a house, so turtle power. Turtle power, you know, like they always say, like in Star Wars, may the Force be with you, and in the Power Rangers they would say, may the Force be with you. No, they would say, may the power be with you, and in Star Wars, may the Force be with you. And in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they'll say things like Calabunga, you know. And Splinter, he's the captain, he's the master of the turtles. And he would say at the end of the first movie, like, I have a funny, and the second movie, oh, I have another funny. And I really like the character. Now in the new movie, like, they use special effects, they use animation to make the turtles, and so it's not just a costume, it's not just people in a turtle costume, and the turtles are bigger, and some people don't like it, and at first I wasn't sure what to think of it, but after watching the movie, I tend to like it more, and there's still comedic value in the movie, in the turtles, but it's also more adventure-like. And so in some ways, I mean in a lot of ways, this new movie is better than the movies from the 1990s, and better than the TV show and the cartoons of the Turtles. The Turtles started out as a comic, a more darker comic, in the 1980s, and then it went to, be on cartoons on TV, and they made the movies, and they made a real life TV show on Fox in the late 1990s, and they had many different cartoons, and it's really interesting, but it became more family friendly. So I find it really interesting, because you can relate more to them than other people, because at one point in our lives we were all teenagers, and so we want to eat pizza like the Turtles. And if you don't already know about the story of the Turtles, let me tell you, and spoiler alert. Oh man, goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh, let me tell you. So once upon a time, basically some people invented the Turtles. No, they had a special ooze, and then there's a couple different versions of the story, and basically the Turtles get exposed to this the ooze, the toxin, this chemical that some scientists are working on, and then they get mutated from it. Kind of Spider-Man, he gets bit by a spider and then becomes Spider-Man. Or Superman, he is born on another planet, and so when he comes to Earth, he's able to fly because he's so much stronger than people on Earth because he's an alien. And so, you have the story of how they get the superpower. The Turtles get it from some kind of chemical, and they grow somehow. They get mutated like some kind of evolution thing, and it's really crazy, but they grow up, and this rat also gets it, and in one of the cartoon versions, the rat used to be this white guy, but in other versions, the normal versions, the rat was always a rat, but he learns karate, he teaches it to his kids, his adopted kids, the Turtles, and they learn how to fight, and they become enemies with the Shredder, and Shredder's this horrible bad guy, and they had to fight Shredder, and there's a news reporter named April O'Neil, and the story is really, really interesting. I love the Turtles, I love the Power Rangers, I love superheroes, I love things that are exciting. I like Star Wars and Indiana Jones and Lord of the Rings, and so I'm a filmmaker. I like to make videos more than teaching. And I like to help people learn how to talk, and when I try to help people, I tend to talk a little slower. And my name is Joey Arnold, born in America, and so I've got a lot of hobbies, and I like to listen to stories. I like to tell stories too. And I started making videos when I was 10 years old, in 1995 and 1996. And I like to talk about it too, and I like to make videos. And this video is not really a video. It's not like a movie. It's not like a TV show. It's just me talking to the camera and hoping that people will see it. And if people don't see it, then at least I can watch this video later, and when I'm really old or something, and I can be like, oh wow, you didn't like dogs? Dude, oh man, that was a long time ago. Man, do you want to be friends with a robot dog? Oh, let me send one back to you in time with my time machine, man. in 2080 when I'm really, really old, with you know, when technology is more advanced or something. And so, you know, you don't really know if people are going to like what you do, but you can try your best. And if they don't, that's okay. You might as well just be yourself and do the best you can, and at least you like what you do. And so what you can do is do what you like, even though you can't always make other people happy. You can do what you love, and that's what I like to do with my life. With the different things that I do, I try to do what I think is right, according to my creator, my savior. And I think that's very important. Yeah, I wear this hat. I accidentally or on purposely stayed my eyebrows, and now it's growing back because I thought maybe they're too big. And some people tell me, "Oh, your eyebrows are too big," and I shave it. But now I think maybe I shouldn't have, and maybe guys are supposed to have bigger eyebrows. And you know, this right here, it's supposed to be bigger, and maybe the girls are supposed to have smaller ones. So maybe I look girly. But you know, at least I have the courage, and I'm brave enough to do what I really want. Because, you know, I could be scared of dogs, but I'm still brave to do my own thing. And, you know, you can have the fear, but courage is when you are willing to go over the fear and still do the right thing. Even when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. And, you know, no pain, no gain. You really got to go, and you really need to persevere and never give up and never surrender. And Goonies never die, you know. All these good things like that. I like to do a lot of pop reference. It's really interesting. And I like to try to throw in as many idioms as possible as an English teacher. Oh man. I feel like the way I talk is a little different now than before. You know, I've been an English teacher now for the past 2 years since 2012 in Vietnam. And now I tend to like think a little too much about what I say, and I tend to talk a little slower, and because I want to make sure people understand me. And now I know that people in Vietnam watch my videos. At least sometimes they do. And so it's like I kind of got like mutated, just like the turtles, and I became a different person now over time, because I really think about it and I'm more self-conscious. And so I had more of this fight, this struggle inside of me, going, oh no, are people gonna understand me? Oh no, are people gonna understand me? Oh, my tongue's too fast. And so I'm always going back and forth. And, you know, I'm like talking faster and trying to be so fluent and trying to impress people. Like, oh, look at me, I can talk so fast. I'm the fastest gingerbread man in the world. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man with my words, you know. But then I tend to talk really slow, because then I start to think about all my fans or all my students, and I'm like, oh no, I need to talk slow. And so it's like I'm some kind of creaser. But I really don't want to become too much of a creaser. Oh, I was gonna make this video shorter, but I tend to just go on and on and on like the Energizer Bunny. I'm sorry about that. Maybe I'll make another video of a shorter version of this after this. But basically, this video was going to be about one story of when the dog bit me in the knee. When I was 8 years old, in 1993 in America, in front of my house. But I decided to talk about other things that are kind of related, like when I got scared of dogs and the dogs that I've had. And dogs are nice, but I like cats more. And then I also wanted to talk about the Turtles and the Power Rangers and superheroes like Superman and Batman. And that I'm a teacher, you know. I try to help people, you know, as a way of making money or something. Also, as a way of generosity, as a missionary, I like to really help people. I think it's really exciting. You know, who let the dogs out? I don't know, man. I don't know. Who let the dogs out? Okay, it's really interesting. Thank you for listening. Take care. Goodbye.